Hello and welcome to the news on ICTU-RTV on this 3rd day of July 2025. My name is Promise Akante. Coming up in this edition, promoting a plastic-free world by encouraging the use of reusable alternatives. That is the core objective of the International Plastic Bag Free Day observed this July 3. Get more in the minutes ahead. Then we will take you to Ngoa subdivision to relieve the Mount Majang race towards the end of this newscast. Stay with us. Welcome back. As you heard in one of our top stories, environmental organizations have encouraged people to make a little extra effort to help save our environment by being intentional about using non-plastic bags for shopping. This, as the 2025 edition of the International Plastic Bag Free Day is being observed this July 3. As we gather in the following report, recycling could just be the best solution. July 3 every year is observed as International Plastic Bag Free Day, encouraging people to try to cut down on the use of plastic bags with a little extra effort to help save our environment. Most people only use a plastic bag one time, then throw it away. Single-use plastic bags have motivated the government of Cameroon to ban them altogether. This notwithstanding, plastic bags continue to be a massive problem, not only by harming fish and wildlife, killing 100,000 marine animals each year, but also harming human health. Plastic takes about 100 to 500 years to disintegrate. When plastics from households or industries get into the environment, the result is floods, reduced soil fertility, and other environmental hazards. Statistics show that the average person uses a plastic bag for 25 minutes, and every minute around the world, we use 1 million plastic bags. However, the ban on plastic bags by the government of Cameroon cannot be easily respected, given that alternatives are not provided. So even though citizens know that these plastics are non-biodegradable, they are left with limited choices. Besides being bad for the environment, plastics are also poorly designed and rarely get recycled. And talking of recycling, plastic wastes can be recycled into an endless possibility of things, from beautiful flowers for home and office use to flower jars and other creative items. There are many ways to recycle plastic and in turn save and beautify the environment. Environmental organizations and concerned citizens urge people to commit to cutting down on the use of plastic bags, save their plastics and take them for recycling, use reusable bags for shopping, and learn about how plastic bags can harm humans and animals. We now talk politics. Le réseau des parlementaires pour la gestion durable des écosystèmes forestiers de l'Afrique centrale a tenu son assemblée générale ce 2 juillet 2025 au Palais des Verts Paul Biya. Le Sénat, membre de ce réseau parlementaire, a également pris part aux échanges. Le compte rendu avec Michel Betaïni.
Les activités de ce 2 juillet 2025 à l'Assemblée nationale ont été marquées par l'Assemblée générale du réseau des parlementaires pour la gestion durable des écosystèmes forestiers d'Afrique centrale, REPAR. Entre présentation des rapports et exposé des activités, les membres du REPAR ont débuté la réunion par la lecture du compte rendu de la dernière Assemblée générale portant sur les rapports financiers 2023 et 2024. Par la suite, les échanges ont poursuit avec les présentations des activités du REPAR, ce qui a conduit à l'ouverture des débats. Certains membres du réseau ont apprécié ce qui est fait dans leur réseau tout en soulignant les manquements. Des contributions pour améliorer le fonctionnement du réseau ont été émises. Faisant partie du REPAR, le Sénat a pris part à cette assemblée générale. Il a d'ailleurs rassuré l'engagement du Sénat à soutenir ce réseau parlementaire. Le sénateur Mbela Moki a enfin lu l'adoption du rapport présenté et la recommandation faite de proroger le mandat du bureau en place, ce qui a clôturé l'assemblée générale du réseau des parlementaires pour la gestion durable des écosystèmes forestiers d'Afrique centrale.
Nous restons à l'Assemblée nationale où après le repas, le réseau des parlementaires pour la promotion du genre a organisé un plaidoyer sur leur rôle dans la lutte contre les violences basées sur le genre. Le compte rendu est toujours avec Michel Betaïne.
La lutte contre les violences basées sur le genre était au cœur des échanges ce 2 juillet 2025 au Parlement. Le réseau des parlementaires pour la promotion du genre REPACH a organisé un plaidoyer sous le thème « Le rôle des parlementaires dans la lutte contre les violences basées sur le genre, une opportunité pour l'atteinte des objectifs de la SND 30 ». Ainsi, les activités se sont déroulées à deux phases, la phase cérémoniale et la phase de présentation. La phase cérémoniale a été marquée par le discours d'ouverture de la présidence du REPACH, tandis que la phase de présentation a été marquée par l'exposition des thèmes, les débats, les questions posées par les participants au séminaire. Les différentes préoccupations ont trouvé des réponses. Puis les recommandations de la réunion ont ensuite été lues en anglais et en français avant d'être adoptées. La lutte contre les violences.
That's how the Paul Biya Glass has indicated to say that the June ordinary session of Parliament is well on course, with the various committees and parliamentary networks actively engaged in different activities. Let's have echoes of some of the activities of Wednesday, July 2 in the following report. The role of parliamentarians in the fight against gender-based violence and the opportunity to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal 30 objectives have come under focus at the National Assembly this Wednesday, July 2, 2025. This was during an Advocacy Day organized by the Parliamentary Network for Gender Promotion, known by its French acronym REPAGE. A video projection demonstrating acts of gender-based violence preceded presentations from the various stakeholders present. Questions from the attendees were answered by the Minister Delegate to the Minister of Justice and the Secretary General at the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and the Family. The Parliamentary Advocacy Day saw the massive participation of members of the Parliamentary Network from the Senate and the National Assembly, civil society organizations, legal experts, women's groups from across Cameroon, and religious authorities. Meantime, still at the Paul Biya Glass House in Guayaquil, the activities of the Parliamentary Network for the Sustainable Management of Central African Ecosystems, known by its French acronym REPA, have been presented, as well as the financial reports for 2023 and 2024 by the coordinator. This was during its 2025 General Assembly meeting, where discussions were also held among members of the network. Honorable Njong Evaristus opened the discussions as all the members appreciated the report while highlighting some preoccupations which were all clarified. REPAR's report was adopted and a recommendation was made to extend the mandate of the current bureau. Away from Parliament, we talk something else now. Governmental Artificial Intelligence, GovAI, is the new project to be put in place by the National Center for Computer Development, SENADI. The project was disclosed on July 2, 2025 at the Ministry of Finance's stand at the ongoing Government Action Fair, SAGO, an AI tool which will enable the public service to render effective services to the public. Louisa Kinyoy with details.
Cameroon has launched the landmark Government Artificial Intelligence as a way of improving the services rendered to its population. This launch, done on July 2, 2025 at the ongoing 14th Government Action Fair, SAGO, marked a significant leap forward for Cameroon's public administration with the official unveiling of GovAI, the nation's groundbreaking governmental artificial intelligence. The project was introduced by the National Center for Computer Development, dubbed SENADI, during a conference at the Ministry of Finance's booth. The event, themed Artificial Intelligence at the Service of the Public Agent, the first governmental AI, GovAI, was led by Godi Epie Ngene, SENADI's Head of Operations and Software Division. GovAI aims to revolutionize the daily task of Cameroonian public servants by automating administrative processes, enhancing access to information, and providing critical support for decision-making. It is also designed to improve citizen services, offer essential training and skills development, and facilitate bilingual communication, fostering greater understanding across the nation. Synergy's vision for GovAI extends to vital areas such as fraud analysis and detection, promising to bolster transparency and accountability while ultimately reducing long-term operational costs within the government. This transformative AI will be integrated into the government application, ensuring easy accessibility for public agents. This strategic move highlights Synergy's dedication to boosting the productivity and efficiency of Cameroon's public service, setting the stage for a more technologically advanced and responsive administrative landscape.
Cameroon's acting Minister of Mines, Industry and Technological Development, Professor Fu Callistus Gentry, has met with His Excellency Gabriel Mbanga Obiang Lima, President of the Central African Pipeline System, CAPS, on July 2, 2025. Their discussions focused on advancing regional cooperation in the hydrocarbons and mining sectors. Details of the meeting with Louisa Kinyoy.
The Minister of Mines, Industry and Technological Development, Professor Fu Callistus Gentry, received an audience on July 2, 2025. His Excellency Gabriel Mbanga Obiang Lima, President of the Central African Pipeline System, dubbed CAPS, former Minister of Mines and Hydrocarbons, and former Minister of Planning and Economic Diversification of Equatorial Guinea. Discussion between the two dignitaries centered on the progress of CAPS, with a particular emphasis on reaffirming the crucial importance of cooperation within CEMAC to align the hydrocarbons and mining sector and to ensure that Africa's mineral resources are processed on the continent. Key topics discussed were the promotion of domestic processing of minerals such as bauxite, the transformation of CAPS into a genuine platform for industrialization, and the integration of oil and mining sectors to unlock sustainable value chains. These efforts aim to boost regional trade and position Central Africa as a leader in mineral-based development. The president of CAPS was accompanied by Akasio Sue, Director of Cabinet, and Alberto Mbendu Nkomi, Special Advisor to His Excellency.
The people of Mbem village in Ngwa subdivision have once again celebrated sports through the Mount Majang race. Seni Kadiri has been crowned champion in the male category, while Kakuwep Mirabel emerged winner of the female category of the 2025 edition of the race. Let's try to hook up with Jeremy Romia's special envoy to Ngwa, who is in Mbem, to give us highlights. Hello, Romi, you're welcome.
Thank you, Promise Akante, for joining us here in BEM, subdivision, where the gods of Majang race are still very happy after athletes ascended and descended the various summits, including the Majang race. And just to note that after covering the 28 kilometer of this race, the first to emerge champion in the male category was Seni B. Kadiri, and he took 3 hours, 2 minutes, and was closely followed by Umaru Issa. And third on the list was Amidou Jibrila. While in the female category, Lakwe Mirabel was the champion of the 2025 edition of the Mount Majang race, while she was followed by Gapsibin Solange, and third on the list was Yemo Unity, who came third, like I said. And one of the good news in this year's edition of the race is that the first athlete back home with a sum of 300,000 francs CFA as compared to 100,000 CFA francs in the previous years. And the second took back home 200,000 francs CFA, while the third went back with a sum of 100,000 CFA francs. And we equally had athletes who participated in this year's edition of the race. They were 98 in number as against 70 in 2024. And just to note that the 2025 edition of the race was presided over by the divisional officer for Nwasop Division, Mr. Esapa Jim Esapa, and Menyong Lawrence, the mayor of Nwa, and the MP, Honorable Adamu Edward, and the handful elites who were equally shamed. And that is it about the race here, Promise Akante. It has ended, giving way to the cultural festival to begin tomorrow, June 29, 2025. As you can see, The cultural festival has already begun, and the people are celebrating culture. It is 2025 annual cultural festival that meshed with the 2025 edition of the Mount Majang race. For ICTU-RTV, I am Jeremy Romy reporting live in MEM WhatsApp division for the 2025 edition of the Mount Majang race.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Well, let's now get the reactions of the athletes crowned winners of this edition of the Mount Majang race, and this excerpt is for us by Jeremy Rumi.
Just my Majang race is just difficult because it's not like my Cameroon. Because my Majang race is having descending and climbing. Well, we have my Cameroon is just climbing, just one climbing and just one descending. You have one or two or three, then we have the Majang that will descend. So it's very, very difficult. We cannot compare it with my Cameroon. Make it good because they have organized it very, very well. The people of the Boskuda people have arranged it very well. Remember the people in men, they have organized it very well.
I'm really glad as I don't take the face. I know say no be my power and I got the power. It don't make am before I don't take the face. I mean they feel difficulty, but now only God it don't make am say I come the face. As God it don't talk. I don't really thank the God as it don't make am come the face. My next plan I say me God when as God it don't give me the mind to say I be able to help other way. I know I get them.
At the end of the Mount Majang race, our reporter Jeremy Rumi talked to the divisional officer for Nwa, who says the race is gaining steam and is creating impact as it brings together people. And Mr. Jim Isapa, also promised to talk with the Minister of Sports and Physical Education to make the race one of the major events in Cameroon. Hear him speak in the following excerpt of an interview.
The race is gaining steam. The people are trying to imbibe it as part of their culture now, and it is gaining more steam, it is gaining more influence, and it is gathering more people together. It is no longer a matter of the Mbem village, but it now unites and brings together all children of the entire subdivision. Because if you look at the population here today, you agree with me that the entire Mwa subdivision is represented in Mbem today. So I think the Mbekuda is doing a great job. And one important thing I want to let you know is also that they have already started having sponsors. Like today, Camtel was their sponsor. I think this is not new to the Ministry of Sports and Physical Education. The minister had once been here, Mr. Bidonkat had once been here, and he knows more about the race. It's unfortunate that the crisis came and disrupted the activities, but I want to inform the minister that now it has started all over and it is gaining steam. And I think that reports will get to Yaoundé and will let the minister take interest in this race, and therefore we'll put it as one of the major events in this country.
And that is the package we put together for you today on ICTU-RTV. The news was produced by the entire editorial team of your channel. Assistance came from Danny Robertson. My name is Promise Akante. Until we meet again, God bless you. God bless Cameroon.